Hi Aquarius, I hope that you guys are doing well. So when I was meditating on the energy, I was getting this message about dimension hopping. Maybe some of you have gone through an ascension, or maybe this is something that you feel attracted to and you want to learn more about it. So when we talk about people going through spiritual ascension, upgrades, things like that, when they're entering into different dimensions, when a person transcends to the next level, nothing about the environment changes. So it's not like you're going to wake up and you're in Candyland. It's not anything like that. It's like you enter into a new dimension, and what changes is actually you. And what changes also is your ability to perceive energy differently, your ability to perceive what's around you differently. It's almost like putting on glasses and everything around you becomes more clear. You understand things differently. And what's been in your environment all along, things that you could not see, could not perceive before, were not perceiving before, you're now able to see. And that's what it's like when you transcend to another dimension. It's like everything is already there. It's just a matter of picking up on it or not. It's a matter of tapping into something that before you didn't have the capability of tapping into. So I think that it can be tricky because we are sometimes looking for information, and a lot of it is symbolic or metaphorical, and we think that literally we're going to see things changing physically, and it's not about that. It's you that changes. It's not your environment. Your environment is what it is, but it's about being able to see things that you could not see before. So maybe a specific message for someone. Hi, O. Because I think sometimes people explain things in a way and you think that it affects your physical reality, and really, maybe even unbeknownst to them, sometimes they're speaking on a metaphorical level. Like, there's so many things that it's like that, especially with energy work and whatnot. That is what you see when you understand the change that's coming to you. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I think that it's also easy to get confused about like what you need to do when it comes to, okay, for example, when we talk about protecting your energy, when we talk about like meditating with a crystal, things like that, it's all about your intention. So it's like if you feel protected by lighting a candle and that's what you perceive to protect your energy, then that's what protects your energy. If you just close your eyes and perceive like a protective field around you, then that's what protects your energy. It's different for all of us, and it's all about the intention. What resonates with you as far as like what you're trying to accomplish, and that's how it works. There isn't a specific way to do things for the most part. It's all about your preferences, what makes sense to you, what you believe in. It's like this too, like, you know, the Nazar, the evil eye, more commonly known. It's like you don't have to carry one with you or like have one in the background of your videos to protect your energy. But if that makes you believe that your energy is being protected, then by all means do it. But it's like, it's not that actual piece of that actual object that's going to protect your energy. It's like your belief that your energy is protected. Again, it's your intention. That's what it goes back to. So it's like those are symbols, and I think for a lot of us it's easier when we have something tangible because it like makes it more real. But for those of you that are very concerned with doing energy work and are able to perceive beyond like these physical objects, you don't need these physical objects to protect your energy. to be able to see other dimensions, to be able to connect, to meditate, to enter into different planes, all of that stuff. And there are so many different ways to do it too. So if you're hearing somebody talk about you have to do this, this, and this, it's different for all of us. But if it does bring you comfort and it does help you ground your energy, then there's nothing wrong with like following the lead of somebody. And it can be helpful as well if you feel lost or directionless. But know too that if you're figuring it out on your own and doing what feels right to you, it is just as valid as doing it a different way. And that comes down to a conversation between you and yourself and your guides, and what allows you to feel safe and what allows you to feel grounded. I'm looking at the Ace of Wands coming through. A new opportunity. I'm hearing standing in your energy, Aquarius. I'm seeing somebody bringing 2 points together, and it's like where those 2 points meet is where you find this opportunity for yourself. The color of gold is really sticking out to me. I'm hearing divine color. I'm also hearing divine knowing. I'm hearing prosperity. I'm also hearing abundance. Oh, interesting. I'm hearing kyanite. Let's look this up. Kyanite is an excellent stone for meditation and attunement. It will not retain negative vibrations or energy, therefore never requiring clearing. Maybe if some of you are looking for a stone, something to meditate on. It says that it's a high energy crystal. Interesting. I'm almost seeing this be like that looks like the edges of a crystal. I'm getting this notion of being presented with an opportunity and wanting to embrace it, wanting to approach it, wanting to pursue it, and not allowing yourself to be held back from exploring this new opportunity. Because you have that trust and faith that when you're doing something that's in alignment, that's part of your soul calling and your soul path, that things are going to fall into place for you. And the people and energies around you that are meant to fall away will fall away. And so you kind of also realize that you don't need to do anything about it. It's like knowing that you don't need to worry about revenge or getting somebody back because the universe is going to take care of it, and having that trust that you are protected. Understanding universal justice. This is too about clearing the heart chakra and clearing out old cycles. It's also too about moving to a place where you're not concerned with other people, you're just concerned with yourself. I'm seeing that it may have taken you quite some time to get to a place where you weren't preoccupied with other low vibrational energies that were around you. I think that's a big part of like us learning lessons in like earth school, so to speak, about allowing the universe to take care of things and knowing that there is going to be a grand rebalancing and that you don't need to step in and do anything. All you need to do is get out of the way and let the universe come through and deliver that. Because you know that when you focus on other people's energy and what they're up to, it takes away your energy from these opportunities being presented to you and really takes your energy away from your mission. So maybe this is something that we've been working on. It's like calling your energy, all of your energy, back to you so you can move forward with power is what I'm hearing. And as we say moving forward with power, I'm looking at the Empress come out. It's like knowing that these other energies around you can't touch you. And knowing that when you move with grace, that's also what you're attracting in as well. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody clearing out some really, really old energy that they needed to let go of. It's like finally feeling like you're free from something that had been pulling on your energetic cords, I'm getting, and letting that go. I'm getting this notion, when we are empathetic beings, it means that part of our job is also to be able to discern what is your energy versus what is another person's energy, especially when we're talking about people that channel and really are intuitive and pick up on other people's energy. You can be around somebody and start picking up on their thoughts, things like that, and they're not actually yours. And knowing the difference between your energy and another person's energy is what truly helps you. It's what truly helps guide you to, and that's what gets you into more clear, I'm hearing transmission. It's like a clearer signal between you and your intuition, because there isn't interference is what I'm hearing. And that's why this clearing is needed. Yeah, I'm seeing you just completely release something here. It's like you've come so far and now it's time to just sit. Sit with yourself, sit within your energy. For some of you, you could be meditating more often. I'm seeing you also pull back from other people that you don't want to be around their energy, or maybe topics of conversation that you don't want to be involved in. I'm seeing you making space here. Like, it's that vibe of knowing that if things are going on around you that you feel are dragging on your energy or you don't feel are uplifting to you, it's like actually having the courage to step out of those spaces. Even if that means, I'm hearing, being on your own time. It's like being alone. Because you know that it's going to be better for you. You feel so much more grounded. And for some of you, I'm seeing you get deeply into meditative and grounding practices, getting connected. I'm seeing a lot of disconnecting energy. It's this notion of discernment. I feel like this came through in, maybe it was the last Aquarius reading, where it was like picking through, almost like energetically doing this clearing in your life. And it's like, where do I not want to be giving my energy? What do I do want to give my energy to? Like, what do I need to release? What do I need to let go of? What's holding me back? And doing this whole thing where it's like making a list of all of the things that you participate in and being like, what is it time for me to let go of, and what is it that I want to hold on to moving forward? Like, what do I want to carry into the next cycles for me? And I'm seeing you do this whole process here. And for some of you, I'm seeing that you really do need to disconnect from, like, essentially everyone around you in order to go into this contemplative space, is what I'm hearing. It's like you're ready to do some type of deep analysis here. Especially when it comes, because I'm looking at Virgo energy, I'm looking at Venus, and I'm looking at Libra energy. It's like all of your interpersonal relationships, I'm seeing you like go through all of them. It's like when you're going through, if we're going to equate people to clothing, it's like doing your spring cleaning and being like, what needs to stay and what needs to go, and actually following through with that because you've had the time to think and you're not being influenced by other people's opinions nor your attachments, because you're stepping back to look at things in a macro sense. It's like stepping back out of the loop so you can see things clearly. For some of you, there was definitely some type of karmic opportunity that came through, and I'm seeing you not participating in this. It was an opportunity to have some sort of reunion with someone, and I'm seeing you not take that. It's too knowing that what history we do not learn, we will repeat. We are likely to repeat, and understanding that when it comes to cycles that you've had with people, and really clearing that energy out that needs to be let go of so you can move forward without all of the baggage. And I'm seeing you come into contact too with people that really do resonate with you. It's like finding that equal give and take, also really getting connected with your guides as well, and trusting yourself. And also too, I'm seeing there be a shadow energy where it's like feeling hesitant to be on your own, but it's like when you take that plunge, I'm seeing something about your perspective really shifting. It's like truly clearing out that old energy. This can be even stuff from childhood. I'm also hearing lifetimes. Big clearing out energy, Aquarius. For some of you, this has to do with a relationship with a guardian or parent. Something that you're clearing out. I'm looking at a karmic test that you're almost finished completing here. It's like you have 2 more rungs of the ladder to get to until you're all the way to the top of this. Yeah, for some of you specifically, I'm seeing something going on with a feminine figure from your childhood. So are we learning how to take better care of ourselves? How to nurture yourself, how to be independent, not needing to rely on other people? It's like assessing where you need to take care of yourself, where you need to tend to yourself. Taking your self-care more seriously as well. For some of you, this is about money. It's about a savings account, I'm seeing. I'm seeing you completing a karmic test, and I'm seeing you get to the next level here. I'm also hearing next level in life. Like, I'm seeing something physically that you're able to observe. It's like energetically, I'm seeing you manifested something, and now I'm seeing it come to fruition, something that you'd wanted. And it's because you put the focus back on yourself. It's like rather than putting all of your energy into your interpersonal relationships, it's like you took that energy back and was putting it on yourself. And you feel really good about what you're developing. I'm also hearing what you're growing. For a lot of you, this was about setting boundaries. It's like knowing when you need a break and when you need to do the self-care that you want to do. For some of you, this is about taking a break from work and traveling. I'm seeing something big shifting with your energy as well. There's a sense of strength that's tied into it now. I'm seeing too that it's becoming much more clear to you. It's like the more you're paying attention to yourself, I'm looking at the Queen of Pentacles here. The more you're paying attention to yourself and what your needs are, the easier it is for you to get in touch with what your boundaries actually are. Because whether or not we communicate our boundaries, we do have boundaries, and this is about getting in touch with that. Because when we have boundaries and we allow someone to overstep because we're not doing something about it, that's where resentment and anger comes from. Because like whether or not you've expressed your boundaries, somebody's crossing a boundary. So it's about understanding where those feelings are coming from and being like, oh, I need to set boundaries, and actually following through with doing that, because you're focused on doing your self-care. And I'm seeing something that really changes for you. It was like some type of obstacle when it came to prioritizing yourself. I'm seeing you accomplish this here. And like just something is becoming so much more clear to you about the way that you want to live your life. And I'm seeing you get closer to a wish fulfillment that you have as well. It's like things are finally falling into place for you. It's almost this notion of when you do set boundaries and you start seeing the outcome, the effect of that, and yeah, the outcome of doing that, you're like, it was so simple. I don't know what took me so long. But it took understanding, sitting with yourself and having that time to actually understand what that process was for you. Because unless we're self-aware, we're not going to understand what our boundaries are. And how do you talk about something that you're not even conceptualizing yet? For some of you, I'm seeing a big energy of pulling away. I think we mentioned this before. A big energy of pulling away from other people that you don't feel like are at the vibration that you want to be associating with. Because subconsciously, whatever energies we're around is what we're absorbing. And so that's going to affect your frequency. But I'm seeing it be like, you know, that part of your karmic test has largely been about setting boundaries, about taking care of yourself, about moving when you want to move, about moving away from situations, moving towards the things that you want to move to, focusing on yourself, clearing out energy. It's like, you know that even if you're going to disappoint people, or people aren't going to understand why you're focusing on yourself and setting boundaries, that you still need to do it. I'm seeing this be a big part of someone's ascension process here. It's almost like I'm seeing like spirit and your spirit guides guide you somewhere, and it's like they're opening this box and I'm seeing you look into it. It's like finding all of these answers that you were hoping to find, some sort of wish fulfillment that you wanted that was tied in with your spirituality. So I'm looking at Pluto and I'm looking at Taurus here. I'm also looking at Cancer. For some of you, you could be waiting on an offer to come through. I was looking at the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like either somebody wishes to come through and show up for you, or you want to show up for someone. And I'm seeing this be kind of like foresight about something that's going to be happening. I'm hearing growing pains. So I'm viewing somebody here that knows that participating in an old cycle with someone from the past, this can be more than one person. For some of you, this is family. It's like you recognizing that this doesn't resonate with you anymore, and I'm seeing you end a very big cycle. Like somebody comes through from the past that you are choosing not to participate with anymore. And because you're choosing to do that, I'm seeing you like taking off in a very specific direction. And I'm seeing you actually come into contact with someone that resonates with you. It's like before you were at the Four of Cups in relation to the past. And the Four of Cups is feeling, it's like not feeling motivated, not feeling inspired, feeling like things are very bland. It's that feeling of things just being very medium for you. It's like things aren't speaking to you. This has to do with someone from the past. I'm seeing you end this cycle, and as soon as you do this, I'm seeing you taking off, and I'm seeing you meet the Lovers here. The Lovers would be finding a passion or a person, something that you want to do that you feel so called towards. It's like this thing truly speaks to you. I'm hearing it speaks to you in your language. And the Lovers too is about being drawn to something in a way that feels almost like outside of your perception. It's like you don't know why you're so attracted and drawn to something, but you know that that energetic connection is there. And this was made possible because you left old cycles. And I'm seeing your energy pop out here, Aquarius. I'm seeing you getting deeply connected with other people. For some of you, this is your star family that you're getting connected with. I'm looking at the Lovers, I'm looking at the Two of Cups, and I'm looking at you here. It's like these people that really resonate with you, these people that make sense to you, and these people that you want associated with your future and where you feel you're being guided. It's like definitely part of your path to come into contact with these people. This is like people, for some of you, this is people that you talk astrology with, things like that. This is so very specific. I'm getting for someone, you come into contact with someone that you resonate with so strongly, and when you start talking to them, you realize that you guys had the same nightmares when you were a child. That's such an interesting synchronicity. It's like there's something about a fear or something when you were small that you experienced that this person did as well. It's like this is some sort of synchronicity that tells you who someone is to you. Maybe some type of reoccurring nightmare or night terror from when you were little. This person also experienced this too. I'm hearing you weren't the only one. Wow. Like, finding out this information somehow connects you with this person. I'm not getting that this was anyone you grew up with. Like, I'm seeing you come into contact with this person and it's a synchronicity that, like, solidifies your connection to some degree. It's almost like some type of energetic test that is passed that, like, validates someone's energy and their place in your life. Something like that. I'm getting it be connected with the root. I'm hearing root chakra, something about where you came from. Because the root chakra is kind of like your demographics in a way, your family of origin, how you physically present. And it's like because you finally moved on. Because you finally moved on from the past and the things that didn't feel fulfilling to you, the things that felt rushed. You're ready to step into a new chapter where things truly make sense. It's almost like I'm seeing in the past somebody's life being like, things not working out the way that you wanted to, things feeling so stressful, there being so much like pain, emotional pain that you experience. And it's like finally clearing out all of these cycles allows you to get so much more connected in a very deep, authentic way with those around you. First with yourself, primarily, and then that's something that connects you with others too, because you feel so connected with yourself, with who you are, and you're attracting in people that truly resonate with you and your path. Because the more authentic, when we wear a mask and you're trying to connect with other people, you never feel satisfied by those connections because it's not you that that person is connecting with. So it's never going to feel authentic and fulfilling. But the more authentic you are, the more you are showing who you are, and the more someone who resonates with that is going to be able to connect with you. So you can feel seen by someone. Because when we have the mask on, we don't feel seen. It's all about projecting, and you're not truly connecting with someone. And that's why you always feel a sense of not being satiated. And that's why it's so important to lose the ego too, to drop the ego. Because the ego is there to protect us, and it is absolutely needed at times. But when you're ready to step into connections that are authentic, you have to drop that. You have to know that you can be safe and to connect with someone and open your heart chakra. and know the difference between when is it time for me to protect my energy versus when is it time for me to be open and authentic. That sense of discernment that you learn, and the more confident you are with your energy and reading your own energy and feeling your own feelings, the more you can understand and be empathetic to other people's feelings. The easier it is to pick up on other people's energy. I'm seeing chopsticks here. Maybe too, this is someone that you share some type of common eating style with. Or food preferences. And I'm seeing you leave the Knight of Wands energy behind and move to the Four of Wands, move to a pure connection. I'm looking at the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is the most divine, pure sense of love. For some of you, I'm getting that you're going to be working with this person. Like there's some type of project that you guys, it may be you and a group of people, interestingly enough. You guys have been all brought together to do something revolving around your gifts and abilities. Very interesting. So I'm looking at Gemini and I'm looking at you, Aquarius. And when we talk about Gemini, we talk about the energy of the third house. This is your communication, thought process, can be short distance travel. It's a lot of different things. Each of the houses represent something differently, but they're all like these themes that we experience throughout our life. Maybe some of you are looking more into your birth chart. All right, my friends, we are going to end the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.